Hi everyone! This program is on career building, namely job searching and the job market. As of this moment, we have this video today and one coming out tomorrow that will be on customizing resumes. I'll talk about some context about the job market, how to search for jobs, and how to apply. In the video description below, you'll see bookmarks to jump around my current video and the video about tailoring resumes when it's live. If anyone wants feedback or help on any of the things that I covered today, please go ahead and leave a comment, email here, or just drop in the Lawrenceburg Public Library and ask about this program, Navigating the Job Market. Okay. First, let's be real about some relatively new challenges with the recent times. Online applications, ATS, otherwise known as Applicant Tracking System, and experience inflation. Okay, so online applications have been great for finding jobs from your cozy computer or mobile device. However, where some businesses only had the occasional drizzle of applicants, now companies had a downpour of applications. This brings in the next challenge. ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System and is the dam that businesses employ to filter through the job applications. I'll talk more about ATS in the resume tailoring video, but I will say here that your application may never make it to human eyes because ATS is looking for specific things to filter through, maybe specific phrases for the industry, for the job title, or whatever. The next issue is experience inflation. That's a fancy way of saying it, but if you've applied for a job that you're overqualified for, that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to focus on these issues kind of just intermittently through today's video. Look, these challenges are bigger than one person. I don't think I know a person that enjoys looking for jobs. TalentWorks says this succinctly. There isn't anything wrong with you. They are good, reasonable, scientific explanations for why it's so hard to get a job right now. And even though people don't talk about it, it's hard for everyone. Okay, so how do you find jobs? Really, it breaks down to an internal job search versus external job search. And the long and short of it is you should always apply internally if you have the option. If external job searching is like using the sign guided route to apply to the company, internal job searching is using the insider back roads. There is a staggering amount of success with internal job searching than external. This is going to be knowing a current employee or former employee, friends or relatives with connections, conferences and events of professional peers, sign on the door walk-ins, or even social media to talk directly. For internal searches, I would make a habit of just inserting a casual, hey, where does that person work? Or how do you like your job into your day-to-day? Work is a big part of everyone's lives, and I think you can probably do better for everyone if you just talk about it casually. You can always try looking through LinkedIn and Facebook, what have you, for where they work. Maybe use mutual friends as a connector to a company you're interested in. Kind of say like, send out a message saying like, hey, I have some questions about that position that you're in. How much do you like it? I was thinking about applying there myself. Do you know anything that I might be qualified for? I would try to talk to people that are in the same field but differing skill set. People are a lot more receptive when you aren't like competing for the same jobs. External job searching is what we're a lot more used to, and it is a very vast and shouting into the void kind of feeling. You'll find that it's a lot more common to receive no response to a job application than getting a positive or negative response. This includes newspaper ads, radio call-outs, employment agencies that look for jobs for you, and job boards. You may recognize job boards like Indeed Monster, or Google's built-in one, all of which list jobs across multiple industries and any zip code. But did you know about like niche job sites? Niche job sites are targeting a specific industry or aims at a specific audience, like a specific job board for military or government jobs, college grads, only seasonal jobs, and the list goes on. I have a link to the article below that lists some, but you can also try your hand at just searching for your situation if it's a unique one. You'll also find that your local libraries have local resources. Through the Lawrenceburg Public Library and for Indiana residents, we have A to Z databases and Indiana Career Connect. If you're close enough, you can always look at Cincinnati Public Library resources also. There's also things like just scrolling through Google Maps at local companies and finding a number and just cold calling. These are all smaller places that may choose not to post to a job board. Okay, so how do you apply for jobs? First question I ask you about looking for jobs is, have you had a job before? Yes or no? I want you to think about if you're part of an organization or school. Often there will be a career center. Use what you have. For the rest of us, the days of paper applications is mostly over, and we'll have to do some or all aspects digitally, be it applying through their job board, being told to go to their website and apply, or emailing your resume to a specific person. Applying for a job. Let's go ahead and try Aldi. First option, look at the URL. Do you see any typos, misspellings? Is there an ad on here? If it says ad, don't click it. But this one looks good. Getting to the site, it's usually on the front page, some sort of link to their jobs that are listed and open or careers. I don't see anything on the top, so I'm gonna go down to the bottom where it usually has a list like this. Looks like here's careers. I'm gonna go ahead and just fill in my location and the radius. Doesn't look like it's working, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hit search. We'll trim down the radius now to 15 miles. And a full-time job. Go ahead and try this one. Feel like store associates are pretty similar in all of the listings that they have, but you might want to just review it. So it looks like this one is for 32 to 40 hours. So I feel like physical demands and the job qualifications where I want to look. These look pretty standard, but you want to have at least like 60-70% of what they ask for here, that you can do it. These look pretty typical, and I think they would even show me how to do some of them. So I think we're good to go ahead and apply. They have the option to sign in with LinkedIn and apply, but I'll just go ahead and hit this apply now. Has a consent policy. Just gonna go ahead and register for account on their page. This is where I think every site that you go to will typically ask something like this. We have some password requirements here. this case, I might just try their random password. Just keep it over here in case I need it again. Oh, looks like the random password doesn't have a special character. Didn't grab exclamation point. So if you don't have an email address, you always can just put it in the format and use it to sign on. I do think that if you're serious about the job, it'll probably bite you if you don't have a accurate email address, so it's up to you. So always keep an eye on what is required and what's not required. So even in this case, it looks like it's going to ask you to fill out all of your work experience. Looks like I don't even have to list the years that I did it. We'll see if it asks that afterwards. Looks like they have a question of what kind of behavior you are. We'll say this one. I wonder if there's like a limit to these. Anytime you see a pencil, you just want to list it. Oh, looks like they have a drop down too. It's up to you how much you want to list or not. You'll notice that this is typically asking for just documents. This is where you list your resume or upload your resume. You'll see the formats that they want and how big they should be. I think it also references these licenses and certifications, having that in like a picture format or a document. And listing what days. They all have different modules that you have to click around. You'll find that everything is kind of online now. Even if you have a paper application, they'll likely want you to put it into here and maybe tell you like, oh, hey, you don't have to fill out this part, whichever. looks like there's a lot of questions. And then you just want to fill out everything that you can. Leave out anything that you don't feel comfortable with, or it doesn't have a red asterisk next to it, and just hit submit. I'm not going to go all the way, but I think you get the gist of it.